Lee Bonnie. I'm the host of the Innovator Series, brought to you by Technology for Obama. And I'm here with Drew Houston, who is the co-founder and CEO of Dropbox. Dropbox, which has grown from an idea in Drew's mind to something that now has over a $4 billion valuation. And I think for many people is viewed as one of the most successful and kind of interesting companies in the Valley. So it's great to have you here.
Yeah, great to be here.
So we talked a little bit about kind of, innovation in your company and some of the kind of background thoughts on kind of the coming election. But I'm curious kind of on the notion of innovation in a macro sense. Mm-hmm. So I think for many people, we look at innovation as kind of one of the core strengths of the U.S. If you were advising kind of business professionals and government officials, what things would you encourage them to do and to invest in to make sure it continues to be a strength?
Well, I think in the short term, making it so that innovation can happen freely. And so, one of the things that's happened recently is IP and patent reform, or just situations where, today, Apple, Samsung, duking it out over patents. And there's been this transition where they're used for protecting innovations to being used as weapons, and regardless of what the original intent has been, they're turning into what's becoming this tax on innovation, where you have companies that need to buy all of these patents or all this IP with no intent of even using it. It might not even be related to their business, just as insurance. And you could hire. There's all kinds of examples of the billions of dollars that Google spent on acquiring a whole patent portfolio, or any of the big internet companies, or any of the money we'll have to spend could go to hiring a lot of engineers and other people.
So patent reform is one. What other types of things? I mean, are there places the U.S. government should be investing?
I think in immigration is the second one. My co-founder is a first-generation American, and his parents immigrated from Iran. It's not entirely clear that if his parents were coming in these days, that there would be a place for them, or maybe we'd educate them and then send them back, which to me is just a baffling situation when this country needs all of the, particularly engineers, people who study science, math, those areas in particular. We need all those folks that we can get because they are key to this whole engine of innovation here. And then probably the third is just America's competitiveness in general, and even beginning with education, and a lot of the I think we've really declined in terms of our leadership, in terms of science and math education, our investments in basic research. A lot of the fundamentals that got us where we are, we're not making nearly the same investments we used to.
And those are investments that don't pay off in 1 year, 2 years. Those are 10, 20-year, 25-year, 30-year investments.
That's right.
So take a lot of forethought on behalf of government.
Yeah, and it's the kind of thing where it's easy to sort of look at the bright spots of our economy, like the tech industry, and just assume that, hey, this, especially, or take something like Silicon Valley and be like, hey, all the magic that's happening within a 30-mile radius of here is just going to keep happening. But it's really fueled by these more fundamental investments.
Yeah, well, I think very, very good points and very good advice. So it's been a pleasure talking to you, Drew. We look forward to talking to you more, so thank you.
Thanks for having me.